What up? Yo. Whether it's a job application or whatever lease, contract, etc., that you have to put your name on. And in that lease contract or job application, it says, have you ever been convicted of a felony? I think that question should be taken out. Real talk. Like, it shouldn't matter whether you've been convicted of a felony. Because I know a man by the name of Donald Trump that was able not only to vote as a convicted felon, but to run and become commander-in-chief, the highest position that you could be here in America, spelled with 3 Ks. I've seen the shirts with people prior to, today, us knowing that Donald Trump became president, where people were going to conventions and town hall meetings wearing a t-shirt that says, I'm voting for a convicted felon. That's real talk. You may say, hey man, what's up with this thing, man? You know what I'm saying? He's the president of the United States and it is what it is. No. Y'all ain't gonna get off that easy. You know how many black men, or just men, period, that have changed their lives? They actually went to jail, did their time, and can't even vote, can't even live in certain places, can't even get certain jobs because they have that title over their head. A felon. Yet and still, this man is able to become the president of the United States, commander-in-chief, as a convicted felon, while in the process of being a convicted felon. And don't give me that BS like, oh man, it was all rigged, the court system was rigged, this and that, so forth. You know how many black men say that? You know how many black men say that they're innocent? I'm not going to say we because I've never been in that situation, but I'm saying black people have, I can say we, because I'll fight for black men that are in jail and claim that they're innocent. We don't listen to black men when they say that they're innocent. We won't say that the court was rigged and this and that and so forth, but we'll make an exception when it comes to Donald Trump. The craziness of people. I know that at the end of the day, we are soon done with this society. I know it. The craziness of people online, where you hear them say, God told me to vote for Donald Trump. God has blessed Donald Trump. So you mean to tell me God is behind a convicted felon? That's what you're telling me? I've heard this type of rhetoric. Well, they say that God is leading Donald Trump. This man took campaign money and used it for his sexual endeavors. But we don't want to take that on. And I know some of you all are gonna say, oh man, here we go. He's just upset that Kamala Harris lost because he's with the Democrats. He's still on the Democratic plantation. He's with the Democrats. No, I have no fight into this. I'm not a Donald Trump supporter, and neither am I a Kamala Harris supporter. I'm a truth supporter. And with me, it is about race. I'm tired of seeing every 4 years people lie to my people. Politicians lie to my people, and my people are so gullible to believe it, to believe in the lies that the Democrats tell. I can give Donald Trump that. He never said that he was going to specifically do anything for black men. So to be real with you, I could give him that, but then on the other side, I got something to say about black men. How in the world are you going to say that Kamala Harris didn't really give y'all any policies, and then she gave you some policies, but you didn't like that? But see, the thing of it is, at least she gave you something. Donald Trump didn't give you shit. He didn't lay anything out specifically for black people or black men. But yet and still, you gave him your vote. All because this is what mainly black people are saying. Well, you know, the same shit that everybody else say, white America's saying. Well, you know, I'm a conservative, you know, I don't want to, I want the borders closed, and hold on. I said this in the last video. You want the borders closed and you think Donald Trump is going to close the borders? How? Let me explain something to you real quick. If you're living in a city that's growing right now, right? A growing city like, you know, Charlotte, here in Charlotte. Raleigh, North Carolina. Jacksonville, Florida. Orlando. The list goes on. If you're living in these prominent cities, you know what I'm saying, where the growth is in abundance. They're building everywhere in Charlotte. Everywhere you go, every construction site that you go to, I can guarantee you that is immigrants working. They're never going to close the borders. Why? Because having illegal immigrants or illegal aliens, whatever you want to call them, is good for business. It's cheap labor. Undocumented laborers. I said this in the last video. Black folks got too bougie for white America. Black folks got tired of cleaning massa toilet, painting massa house, building the massa house, cutting massa grass, all that shit. So what Massa had to do is find himself a new slave. And he found him. So Donald Trump ain't gonna close no borders because he's a businessman. If I was in a business like that, I'd rather pay for cheap labor than to pay these motherfuckers over here, niggas over here. Shit, nowadays, black people, they qualified and they demand a certain amount of money. Man, I ain't working. I ain't flipping no burgers. You know what I'm saying? If I need to take a break, I'm gonna take a break, and that's that. But see that man over there, oh, I'm gonna get real ill. That man over there, those 30 men, they may meet him. This is real shit, and y'all know it. It'd be 30 immigrants on a corner They'll tell them, yo, meet me by Home Depot, or meet me on the corner on this certain street. And you'll see a man pull up, and all them 30 men to get in the truck with him. And they drive him down to the construction site. Pay him right there once they done with the job, and they on their way. And see, them illegal ones, the cheap labor motherfuckers, they don't take breaks. They accept whatever you give them. They ain't got no choice. So miss me with that. As far as dealing with the economy, oh, Donald Trump is going to make the economy better. He going to produce jobs and this. I said this in the last video. We're not only losing jobs to immigrants, but to something else that's way more better than human labor. And that is automation, robots. As the years climb, 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027, the demand of human labor decreases. And Donald Trump got Elon Musk, of all people, on board with him. Elon Musk he got robots right now. He's about to put them out in the market in a couple of years. Worker bots and shit. You know, Elon Musk, the one that you talked about a couple of months ago with Neuralink, putting chips inside people's brains. Have we not forgot about that shit? But you voted for the. You thought that by voting for a convicted felon / businessman, that he was going to make America great again, as if it was great. When was it ever great? For all people. How about that? Tell me a moment in time where all races can agree that at that particular time, let's say, for example, in September the 12th, 1988, that's when America was great again. Tell me where all Americans can agree on that. What time period was that? Real shit. Like, I could debunk all of this shit. Abortions? Nobody cares about abortions. Watch this. They have abortion clinics in black communities. They have fertility clinics in non-black communities. The reason why they're stopping women from aborting is because the non-blacks numbers are decreasing. You think all of these Pfizer ED commercials helping you with your penis that come on, that's disrespectful? I'm looking at the news with my children, and then next thing you know, you get a fucking commercial that comes on and says, you know, we can help you with your ED situation, and then they show a banana. Come on. And then they got another commercial where the penis is broken. Shit, we can help you fix that. You think those commercials are for black folks? I just told you that in the black community, they have abortion clinics. And in non-black communities, they have fertility clinics. They see it as being a problem, so they say, you know what, fuck that. We're going to have to do something about it. We're going to have to ban this abortion shit because our numbers are declining. We can't have the minorities be the majority, and we, the majority, be the minorities. Don't nobody give a fuck about you. And that's across the board. No matter what race you are. politics are polytricks. I've listened to some of my brothers that I highly respect in the conscious community, or just in general, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube, that have a voice, and they just jumping up and down and praising Donald Trump, like, you know, like in the movie Cadillac Breakfast, I think that's what it was called, when the dude was like, is you my white daddy? Is you my white daddy? I've never seen a bunch of motherfucking niggas jumping for joy and shit. Just the other day you was talking shit about him though. That shit is crazy to me. And nobody's really talking about this shit. Like, if a convicted felon can become president of the United States, commander-in-chief, do you understand what America is saying? Like I said, I'm not on either side. But do you understand the statement that they're making? They are, because I didn't vote. I'm not in agreement to that shit. Donald Trump should have been disqualified the minute that he was proven guilty. Y'all talking about this is a historic moment. He beat the odds and this and that and so forth. Well, this is a historic moment, at least in my lifetime. I've never heard it before, where a man that is a convicted felon can become president of the United States. That's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. That goes to show that America is on its way out. That's real shit. This man ain't gonna fucking, how you gonna roll back the prices? Let me ask you a question. Since, you know, you all got, you know, tired of the last 4 years that you were dealing with, and you blame it all on Biden and Kamala Harris and this and that and so forth. Okay, cool. I ain't got no problem with that. You understand? My question to you all is, you really do believe that Donald Trump is going to be able to roll back the prices of gas, roll back the prices of milk, roll back the prices of eggs, roll back the prices of food overall, roll back the prices as far as dealing with the housing market? Well, first-time homeowners can buy a house and it's affordable? Do you think he's going to slow the process down with these corporate landlords buying up fucking houses? Nowadays, you go into communities and you find out it ain't one house for sale, but the whole community is for rent. Like, miss me with that shit. Miss me with that shit. That man is a businessman. And what he did is he hustled you niggas. And that's the truth. That's real shit. Got y'all believing in everything that he says. Don't you understand how America spelled with 3 Ks get down? Watch this. A man can tell me, I'm going to give you $200 for this job that you're going to do. Right? I'm going to be like, yo, can I have that on paper? Because if you don't give me that $200, I'm taking you to court. And I'm going to get it from you one way or the other. What has been documented, what has been put on paper and signed, stating that this is what this man was going to do, is going to do. Donald Trump, that is. Because a lot of people can talk. But if you're about what you say you are about, which is America, and rebuilding America, like he said, you know, he gave this whole spiel like this is going to be the golden age and all of that. Well, let me have that on paper. Let me get that on paper. This is how we do things in America, spelled with 3 Ks. Other than that, he's all talk. That's real shit. And he knows it. We are doomed. Doomed, I tell you. We make nothing, absolutely nothing, nothing that really like counts for any fucking thing in America. All of the things that we get, including food, our food is imported. All the jobs are across seas. We've been dealing with, this is the American way, dealing with cheap labor. The country was founded off of free labor. When they forced us to work in those cotton fields. And your mama teach you better? I forgot how the saying goes. It's a businessman and a salesperson. They got two different tongues or some shit like that. But I'll sum it all up three into one. That's a politician, a businessman, and a salesman. All three of them. Double face. They're not committed to shit except for profit margins. And some may say, well, why do you think Donald Trump ran? He didn't run for president. Why he want to be president? You know what I'm saying? He don't need the money. You know, that's something else that you don't. Man, I gotta calm down. It's just pissing me off that y'all don't really know why this man really ran for president. And he's a businessman. How in the world y'all ain't put two and two together? Or maybe you just didn't want to believe that that's not how Donald Trump is. But what else do businessmen desire in life other than money? Power. Power. And some of you all may say, man, well, the president don't have no type of power or whatever. Well, the illusion of it. However you want to swing it. This man got money. But just like any other businessman, he wants to have power. He wants to be on top. He is ego driven. And he got exactly what he wanted from the American people. Your vote. He won. And in the black community, once again, we lost. And this time, we lost extremely bad. We took a real hit. When you go online, it's sad. It brings tears to my eyes. When you go online and you hear about marriages and couples breaking up with one another, getting a divorce because one is voting for Kamala Harris and the other one is voting for Donald Trump. When you hear lifelong friendships broken up based on this presidential run or race, it's crazy to me. I've been online on YouTube and I've actually heard pastors tell their congregation, if your friends and families don't vote for Kamala Harris, then leave them alone. They are not walking with God. I saw while Kamala Harris was, doing her campaign and shit, Michelle Obama get up there and tell black women that If he don't want to vote for Kamala Harris, that's fine with him. Don't make no difference about as far as dealing with your man. You still count. You don't have to tell him shit. You could go behind his back and still vote for Kamala Harris. I've seen Barack Obama talk down to black men. This race has caused, at least in the black community, more division than we've ever had. Real shit. And it's due to two people that's well off in life. Yeah, Kamala Harris may take the loss, a little hard. She may hit the bottle a little bit. But she's still going to be in her nice ass house with her nice ass cars. She's still going to, I don't know what the vice president, when they're out of office, I think they still get paid just like the president does. She's going to be good. Donald Trump the same. But black people, we're gonna be in the same fucked up situation that we were in prior to this whole race and after. And it's a damn shame. It's a fucking shame that there's a double standard in America where a white man can be a convicted felon, at the same time can be commander-in-chief, the President of the United States. That's crazy to me. White people setting up all types of weed dispensaries all around this motherfucker, while black men, our young black men, are still going to jail off of a nickel and a dime sale on the street corner. So one would say, if you don't like America and what it stands for, leave. I got you. I'm going to take your advice and just do that. Because I'm sick and tired of being around people that are hypocrites. People that contradict themselves. The double standard shit. White privilege, all the rest of that shit. And I'm not saying that, this shit don't happen. This type of shit don't happen. It's exclusively in the United States, and it don't happen anywhere else. No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. But guess what? I'm gonna find out, because America's on its way out, man. I see it, and if you don't see it, hey, you better put on. That movie called They Live? You better put on those shades. Straight up. I don't need the shades. I see it. Plain as day. I don't even need a third eye. All I need is these two eyes. That's it. But yeah, man. It's like any other businessman. Donald Trump. It's all about money and power. That's it. Other than that, I'm out.